Your business needs to reach as many customers as it possibly can. And social media is an amazing tool to do that with. But it's only amazing if you're on the platforms that where your audience lives. So you need to ask yourself, how many platforms do I need to be on, and what are those platforms? There are two, I would say, that encompass not only the entire world, but also the entire age range of the world. That is Facebook and Instagram. And yes, I know that they're owned by the same people, but they do really well together for a lot of reasons, not just the ones that I mentioned. But I'm not going to get into that one today. Of course, they both have their pros and cons. If you are trying to be a worldwide company, especially if you're online, you can be countrywide, you can be worldwide. Facebook isn't for you because Facebook really does a great job of focusing on the local business. If you're a church or if you're a bakery, you have to be kind of in that vicinity, right? You have to be within some kind of traveling distance. Whereas if you are like a big online retailer, then you could be literally anywhere in the world, and Instagram would probably be just a little bit better for you. You can post everywhere to anyone, and it's all about just simply getting the audience you need. And really, for both of them, it's about just simply using the algorithm to get the audience that you want, that you are going after, to be able to sell your product, to make sure that they see what you're posting and see your product and see your company and try to form a relationship with them and get them to be a consumer. For other platforms, a lot of it has to do with the specific age range that you're going after and how you want to represent your company. Like Reels are doing really well for companies who aren't afraid to kind of be a little bit more casual. They can dance and they can use trending audios and they can show what they're doing with their business, and it can be really great for them. But for others, they might want to take a more formal kind of professional. I mean, like if you're a lawyer, for instance, then dancing in front of a camera may not be exactly what you want to do. But, Facebook could be the great thing for you or them or, whatever. Just because it's very localized and you can represent yourself the way that you want to best. So let me give you an example of what would be an other platform that you could be used. So let's just hypothetically say that there is a company who specializes in trying to advise people just kind of in general on stocks and buying and market conditions and kind of like keeping you up to date. So let's say they're using Twitter. Twitter is really great for just like seriously scannable, just short blurbs that you can be easily just go out and be read quickly by somebody who maybe shouldn't be looking at their phone while they're at the office, or just they don't want to spend the time to read like a full news article. So this company, I don't know what they're called, could just simply, like every morning they could have like a quick morning briefing of how the stock market is doing right now. How did it open? And each night at close, they could have like a quick rundown of how the stock market did. How did the NASDAQ do? It rose and it went up and down, or maybe it just shot up 300 points and it stayed there today. Because you have like so few characters, that's about all that you can say on Twitter. But the reason why I suggested Twitter in this case is because some people are going to want to read a full news article and get all the information they can, but some don't have the time. And it's being aware of differences like this that will help you to cater to the people that you want to reach. Now, of course, you could want to reach both, and you could have a blog or a newspaper or, something like that where it can be more long form, and then post quick updates. Like say that you post every single time a major stock index rises or falls drastically. Right? You can just put that quick on Twitter, and you can have like your full morning rundown as well as like your little tiny briefing on Twitter, and you can just, right? I kind of went more in depth than I think I had to with this, but you understand the idea. It's all about representation of the age ranges of the people who you're trying to reach, whether that be gender, race, ethnicity, religion. It doesn't matter. The number one rule for this one is you have to go where they are. Because if you don't, it's actually super simple. They're not going to know who you are. If you don't go where they are, they're not going to know who you are. They're not going to become your customer, and you're not going to make an income from them. So go where they are, and They'll find you if you make great content and you post things that are of value to them and not just of value to you. People will follow you. People will like you. It's as simple as that. All right? Just go where they are. Put the time in. Think about it, where you need to be. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Consider subscribing.